What's up, my little minions? This is Miranda from Respawn Video Gaming. And before we start, I have a really quick disclaimer. Apartment building is not as easy or accessible, so to speak, as it was in The Sims 2. I mean, it's easy, but it gets complicated. And I will definitely explain in this tutorial, well, this introduction, as well as in the tutorial. But you can only have one active household in each building, and all others must be NPCs, otherwise known as non playable characters. I found out the hard way when I spent hours creating two families for the sole purpose of them living in the same apartment building together, and then realizing it is not possible after trying everything and finally reading into it. With that said, the games you will need for this tutorial is obviously the base game, Late Night, and University Life. And I did not use any custom content other than the mailbox, in which I will post a link in the down bar. If you are new to custom content, please click here to watch the basics first. And let's jump into the tutorial, and thanks always for watching. Alright guys, so the first thing that you're going to want to do is go into Edit Town, find the lot of your choice and change it to, well, first residential and then apartment lot. And then you're going to want to go into build by mode. Here I'm actually building like the mailbox thing that the mailbox would be on, but I couldn't find the mailbox in the tutorial, but I will have the mailbox in the down bar. And it comes with instructions of how to install it and everything. And here I'm building two separate types of quote-unquote apartments. There's the townhouses and then there's actual apartments. And with the townhouses, make sure to build like a little porch area thing because it needs it, and you will see why later on in the video. In this part, I'm just building a community center or whatever for the Sims in the apartment that live there, the residents. And it can be a gym, it can be a hangout, it can be whatever you want it to be. It was just an example of public areas in this video. Okay, so in this part I'm actually in the apartment complex itself, and I'm building the hallway. Just a quick note, you have to have a space between each apartment, and that's what a hallway is for. If I said that right, there has to be like a public space between the apartment. And that includes for the townhome as well, and that's why we were making the little porch area, which isn't really a porch, it turns into a little room later. So now I'm doing the upstairs of the apartment, and I'm kind of making the rooms here. And I actually originally had made an apartment when I was actually trying everything out, and it was so much better than this one, but I was just trying to get like tutorial standard up. But here is me putting on the little fences for the apartments that have a patio area. And now I'm putting like some stairs in the townhomes, or only in two of the townhomes. And for your active, or for the house that you'll want for your active sim, as I said earlier, you can only have one per household. You can go ahead and decorate the shit out of it. That's kind of what I did here. I used all my decorating skills in just one apartment. And the rest of them I just left them, or townhome in this case. The rest of them I left them. I did show you one example of how the standard UPC apartment will look, and you'll see that after I'm done with this one. But the standard NPC, did I say UPC? But I meant NPC. If I said NPC, thank God I did, but whatever. The standard NPC home should have a bathroom and a kitchen, just the basics like every house does. So just make sure that you do that with all of yours. I did not do that with all of mine. As you'll see, all the apartments were left blank, and that was only because this was solely a tutorial home or apartment building. So I'm just placing lights. Okay, now that I'm downstairs, you see where the porch used to be. It's right behind the kitchen here. Um, it's blocked off now. Each area has to have that what is called public space. As you can see, it looks like a little room and there's like an arch leading out of it. You can't just put a door somewhere and then expect your household to be able to live there. It doesn't work like that. I don't know why. There has to be an area between so that there can be what's called a public room marker and a private room marker before and after the space. And you will see that later on here in a few minutes, I guess, in the video. So I'm continuing to build. And that also, the whole public-private room marker also, really quickly, let me say, applies for any fenced-in area that belongs to your sim or the NPC only. So if that's a patio or a small gated area, that's only allowed for that sim. But here's just me showing you an example of the standard NPC home, just putting a bathroom and in a second a kitchen after I finish the bathroom, and lights as well, otherwise they will stay in the dark. I don't know why, but that's the things that NPCs do not spawn, is lights, kitchen stuff, and bathroom stuff. Everything else they pretty much got on their own. So now I'm just going to place doors for each actual apartment in the apartment complex. And here I was actually trying to figure out how the sim would get to that apartment, and then I realized that I could just open the wall up and that would work. I don't know why I didn't think of that at first, but yeah. Okay, so now you're going to type in the cheat. Well, now you are going to type in the cheat by debug on while you are in build mode, or the one with the furniture. And you're going to want to find this thing. Well, you're going to want to try to, sorry, I can't talk today. Find this little ball looking thing. It's like a silver ball, and there's tons of them in there. So make sure to hover your mouse over it so that you can see what it's called. But you're looking for the one called hidden room marker. And you're going to want to place that in every area where it is going to be an NPC's area. That means every single room, every hallway that is in the NPC's house, but type in restrict build by in buildings false first so that you can place those balls. I should have put that first so it wasn't confusing. But anyways, take the hidden room marker and place it in any area that is the NPC's and not the little opening at the townhomes. Don't place it there. There will be a public room marker there. And that includes fences and stuff too. If that is just the NPCs, then put that there. And don't even worry about your apartment. Don't place those balls there or you won't be able to get into your apartment. Like, your house will literally be the yard. So as you can see, I'm placing the hidden room markers anywhere where an NPC will live. And then I'm going to find something called a public room marker, and you're going to place this anywhere where your sim is allowed to go, or any sim would be allowed to go. So that includes hallways, that includes the community room, the gated area of the pool, and then as you can see in those little areas you need to put a little ball if you're doing a townhome. And the hallway, of course. You don't need to worry about putting it outside like where the garage is, because that's not fenced in. But if it is, you need to put a public room marker. And I actually forgot to put it in the patio sections for the apartments upstairs, and then I remembered, but you have to put those hidden room markers in the patios too, otherwise your sim will basically pay for it. But anyways, shift click each door that is not yours and click make NPC door, and that just means NPCs will spawn so that you'll have neighbors. It won't affect you if you don't click it, but nobody else will be able to move in anyway. So just make each door that's not yours, and that is not including the community door, the community room door. And here I'm just showing you how the grid goes off of every area other than your active place, and that's when I noticed the grid is still on those little patios, and I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta take care of those, or I will be paying for them in my rent. So as you can see, I have the little balls marked everywhere, and my apartment is the only one with the grid on it, so that means it is move-in ready. Now I'm just taking out the mailbox and the old trash can, and this is the part where I went searching for a trash can but couldn't find it. And now I'm just showing how my Sims have moved in, my little family, and I'm showing you the area that I can see, obviously, is my apartment right there. And I actually ended up changing the door. It wouldn't let me because it's a public room area, so I had to reapply that restrict build by and buildings false. And then I reapplied it after I got my door, and then I locked it to my family only. But yes, that has to be there, the little area between the house and everything, and I found this out because what was it? It wouldn't let me make any doors NPC doors. I really never tried not doing it on my own house, but I just really wouldn't bother with it because it's not a big deal. But now I'm just going to each NPC's houses and meeting them. That one didn't spawn fast enough, so I went to another one to see if she would spawn quicker, and she did. As you can see, you can ring their doorbells and they will come out and talk to you and everything. I did not play long enough to see if you could actually go in the house and see if they had done anything with it, because obviously I did not even do anything with those apartments. Like, I didn't make walls, it's just one big empty room. So I don't know if it will allow you to go into those because of that. But here I'm just conversating with her. And yeah, but that's how you make an apartment. I know everything went kind of fast, but I mean, I was kind of running out of time because, right now, obviously, I'm working on 15 minutes, and that's a big YouTube video, and I didn't want to make anything too long. But this video is nearing to an end, and if you have any comments or questions, please feel free to comment below, because I usually try to answer everything that I can. So yeah, thank you guys for watching.